Yeah.
I don't know if I like that or not.
Okay, well, ma'am, can you hurry up?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it. So tonight, I can't get it out.
All right, so season 1, episode 2, the Ts Madison Experience.
2.
Yeah. 1, 2, uno, dos, three.
Very that.
Very
multicultural. It was a cute night tonight. I enjoyed it.
Did you watch last week?
I did.
What were your thoughts?
I was a little nervous at first, but it was actually good. I guess I kind of expected the dynamic to be what it was going to be, considering I watched all the Queen Supreme Court prior to it coming to TV, as it was on live. So I kind of knew what to expect, but I enjoyed it. It was good. I love Miss Mary all the way around the board, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. I really did. Oliver, I like Oliver. I watched Oliver on a few other shows, and I like Oliver. I like Craig. Craig is cool, but I think Craig is needed to balance.
Craig is perfect.
Out.
Mind your business.
I'm just saying, he's the perfect person to. Checking. No, I'm just saying, he's the perfect person to balance out Ts Madison, because Ts Madison is like a train. If you're not on the train, she will run you over. So I appreciate Craig for everything he do, because he'd be like, "This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna do it. And this is how it's gonna be done." Right. And I like that. So I enjoyed episode 1.
Okay.
It was funny.
All right, then. So then, y'all can see my screen. That's trash. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said last week, I think it was just a kind of catch up to introduce you to the whole cast. That's what I thought.
Right.
Yeah. So it was what it was. Moving on to this week, it was a kind of slow episode. And honestly, I mean, I think I'm still not really excited about Tiffany. Nothing against her personally.
But
people who are always on reality television, I'm like, girl, you just looking for your next check. Like in these confessionals, to me, she has a whole lot to say about nothing she's been a part of. She was a guest, just like everybody else. Like Sophia was a guest. Like Mama Jaguar, whoever, what your name is, was a guest. She was a guest. And I get it that she would, I get it that she will draw numbers and all that. But yeah, I ain't excited about it. Because, is she ever going to actually come and do the show?
I can understand. I can see that.
COVID, so we feature her every week. I guess I feel like it's for numbers and ratings and views. And I feel like with the Ts Madison team, they're enough by themselves. Nothing against her person. Like I said, that's her life. That's her, that's her career. That's what she does. But,
yeah. And then I think that just goes back as well. She was on a lot of the she was on a lot of the shows production or whatever, pre-WeTV. So it can be real confusing to people. Okay, what is New York coming in? Because I get you on the show for ratings, but for the people who haven't really been watching Madison, she has been on pretty much I say maybe a good 10 episodes of the Queen Supreme Court. And also she did the tour with her. She did majority of the tour with her when they did their 2030 city tour or whatever. So
yeah, but so did Dineva.
I can see that. Yeah, right. So did Dineva and so did Sophia. It's kind of like they switched out.
Matter of fact, I feel like it was more Sophia and Dineva.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just why I was looking. But either way, it's them people business. I ain't trying to be in their business. Don't do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like when they're together though. They play well off of each other. Hopefully we get to see Tiffany on the show after this whole COVID part, after they go through this whole COVID thing. But yeah, it is kind of looking like she's just doing cameos. But I like them both. Them both.
Facts. So yeah, but yeah, of course, I was sad to see Miss Mary had the COVID, but then it turns out she had a false positive test.
Yeah.
But that's COVID as a whole, girl. You probably had COVID, but them tests is the fool.
That too.
Like,
And then also,
Corona
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's a
then also
pandemonium
too,
outside.
like they were saying, like with the way they filmed it, or way it's coming off as if this is like the first leg of the U.S. really starting to like catch that COVID. So they probably wasn't able to figure out what's really considered like what is going to be the symptoms of COVID. Because at that time they were saying anybody with a cold, anybody with asthma, anybody with any type of nasal or respiratory issues possibly could test positive for COVID. So you could have the sinuses and they say, oh, you got COVID. So I think that may be what she probably was going through.
That's true. That is true.
Considering it was earlier on in the COVID time.
Right. That's true.
But it was sad to look at. I was like, oh my God, now Miss Mira got COVID.
Right. I mean, of course we knew she made it because she's still here.
Right.
Right. I am fired up.
Right. Yeah, it was I was a little nervous when I saw it. I was like, wait, because just in episode 1, Madison was like, she do have a lot of pre-existing conditions. So any little thing could have had her down and out or, on her sick bed. So good thing she made it through that. I was happy for that.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like, honestly, in this particular episode, well, there's the part with Madison in the meeting with the white lady. I don't know her name for real.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to. I probably should have wrote it down, but I forgot.
I mean, she's a big wig, but
yeah.
I don't know her. But yeah, I find it interesting how Legro became the management, and it happened just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my cynical self says that Legra is out. I don't know. My cynical self says don't trust Legra. But that's just who I am as a person. I don't trust nobody. But
you can't be like that.
I should. But because like I remember when she was chasing down Madison to do the whole trip thing. Like that's how Legra came into the picture. Legra, I feel like Legra in her travel business is going to, they're going to benefit from Madison. So, and when did she? I mean, I guess Legra's good at business, but when did she become your business manager? Like you couldn't have went out and found anybody else. I feel like it's easier to do business sometimes with people who are not invested into your brand, like they're neutral parties. So if you went out and got a nice Jewish man, I don't feel like you have the issue in the inner working, because I always also feel like Legra is she be stirring the pot with Craig, because I'm team Craig. I am a pen pal to death. But I'm also mad at Mob, because mad at Mob is how I found Craig.
Craig, right.
But I feel like she sometimes be pushing and stirring the pot with Craig, because Craig, before you got there, before you came on, because Craig was one of the people that you had to go through to get the trip set up when they went to Puerto Rico last year. The DR.
It was Dominican Republic.
To the DR. So Craig was one of the people that you had to go through. So Craig has been there for Madison. So don't make it seem like Craig is just out to get him, just to get his guys. Don't make it seem like that, because Craig has been there before you got there. So, and I'm sure I'm sure she's not trying to do it intentional, but that's kind of the way it seems. But I got to keep my good eye on Legra.
No, your good eye.
Right. And
the one in the bite.
My good eye. The third one here. So, yeah.
I thought that business, the meeting with the production manager, I forgot what she was. Oh my God, it is so bad. But I thought the meeting was good. She gave her some good insight, and I'm glad that somebody of her caliber said something to Madison about you have to clean up your image a little bit, because shopping you around in Hollywood, you don't want everybody to see the ranch first. And I understood exactly where she was coming from. And it was, but you also got to think about it too. If you're going to be like part of white Hollywood, they're going to always use that type of stuff against you. You get what I'm saying? Like they're going to have something to say about it. No, I think Madison would have been able to talk through it, but
yeah. But I
It
don't
was
think
good as somebody
I don't think
that
white
wasn't young
Hollywood should
quarantine.
be the goal, because here's the thing:
Hmm.
there's enough people who are in Black Hollywood that could have been put Madison on. But I think
Yeah.
us, are most time the hindrance from our other counterparts succeeding, because
Agree.
there's so many people that have the platform that could have been put Matt on a big scale if that's what they wanted to do. But I mean, I do understand what you were saying, because there is a balance to everything. But the reason we know Maddie is standing in front of that very front door, swinging her meat,
Swinging. Swinging her
22
lady
inches or
pond.
less. Right, her shoe meat
Louis,
sometimes.
Louis.
22 inches, huh?
Or
So,
you are practically bald.
right. So I think those are like parts. Those are reasons why, like, that's why we like Maddie. We like Maddie for her real stuff. I get it being in the comments, and she's not always in the comments, because there are many more comments that she could be in.
Yeah.
But I kind of understand that part too, because you want to keep people watching, and you don't want to set the wrong expectation or perception. I get that part too. I'll be ever calmer.
Yeah.
These
and
celebrities are people too.
And I think it's easier for the social media society to point out all the negatives instead of the positives, because she has a whole lot more positive stuff going on her show and in her comments than the negative. But of course, the media likes the negative. That's what makes people talk. That's what gets the rating. So of course they're going to check that out first. They're going to check that box out first before they go to the positive.
Correct. And I'm gonna definitely come back to that in just a second. But moving further along. So this whole group meeting, them last 2 minutes of the show was tense. Last 4 minutes, I guess. Because I knew it was going to be something like this, but I understand also what every party was saying. Maddie is the boss. She is the face. She is the brand. And truthfully speaking, she's been the one that's been paying for it. However, when you see, that's what goes on when you're working with family and friends. You kind of expect the discount, but you don't want the discount all at the same time.
Exactly.
And then if you're doing the work because you love them as your family, don't bring it back up to the fact that I gave you a discount. I had to do X, Y, and Z. But I mean, as it relates to Oliver, I understood what he was saying, that he wants to work for Maddie full time, but he had to get some other clients in the meantime because the money was not clearing. But again, he hadn't spoken on that, so he was still being loyal to her.
Right.
So that's a tough one right there.
But in Oliver's defense, on half of it, he did ask. I don't think we should have that conversation here. Because I see what I understood what he was going to. I understood where it could have went. They kind of touched a little bit with the whole money thing. So I get it. I mean, and then of course she did say that for safety of her mother and herself, she didn't want people in the house. So you kind of like got to find your own niche. You got to find different ways to make money. So without her being able to pay Oliver, she's not filming and not bringing in their revenue, she's not able to pay you. So I get it.
Yeah, but I also understand from the employee, like if we go to WeJob and they say, well, our checks didn't clear, I'm be like, well, call me when they clear and I'll be back.
Exactly.
So,
I think it's just more so understand. You got to be I think what it is, everybody has to be on the same page.
Jesus, what is this?
You falling apart?
This little plaque isn't this very much
your ceiling is coming down.
Girl, they's out here embarrassing me, telling me that we're running out of time. We got 10 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna have 40 minutes already. This trash. I did not.
It's been 40 minutes. It couldn't have been 40 minutes.
That's what they say.
But the show went pretty. I mean, it went pretty fast. It was. The episode was fairly good. I mean, it was good for the most part. I'm gonna enjoy it either way because I like Maddie. I like seeing the team together, and Miss Mira gonna always bring it home for me.
Right, girl. Like, she gonna pray a mighty prayer tonight because that after show, was tense. They went back into it. And I think that's what happens a lot of time with reality TV shows stars, like when they get back to the reunion or when they actually see these confessionals, they start rehashing these old feelings and they start feeling the kind of way, and then it comes back to the current, as they would have got over whatever they was going through, but then it come back to the current, and now y'all in them feelings again. And that after show tonight was trash. I was like, throw it away.
No, I can't.
I don't want that between me and V, because
I'm gonna enjoy the show. I'm gonna enjoy every episode of the show.
Right. I mean, I enjoy the
I'm
after
not
show.
playing
Like
the after show.
last week wasn't like that. This week,
yeah,
it was tense. I was like,
yeah.
So hopefully next week will be better. I mean, I feel like if Oliver is Madison's daughter, they will get back to it. I even felt like that with Chi Chi, because if you watch Chi Chi's YouTube sometime last week about the show, he was a tad bit in his feelings, but he a counselor, he can't help himself.
We all that way.
Yeah.
We're gonna wreck it. We're gonna wreck everything, and then we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Wreck shop first, and fix
so
it
hopefully
later.
there'll be. I just hope, my bigger hope for the show, and I think I said this last week, is just that I hope this show does not destroy them.
Yeah,
like,
because
destroy them in the sense of like the family or the friendship.
Yeah. But I don't want to say We TV, but I'm gonna say We TV. We TV has a reputation now,
ma'am.
Yeah, Braxton, a lot of other shows, they're falling apart because of the way it's being brought, the way it's being presented.
Yeah,
but either way, I like the show.
Yeah, me too. But I would say, with the whole Braxton thing, and with any reality show, they can't exploit nothing that you don't give them to exploit.
Exactly. So, you got to give them the content.
Right, but if you give them the content, you kind of signed your soul over for that too. Well, not your soul, but you signed it over for it to be exploited. So it's bad. It's bad all around. Because like that whole side note, that whole
another night, we're not gonna do that tonight.
I mean, I know you're a Tamar. Y'all tune into WeTV Thursday nights at 10. Yes. Replay at 1 a.m. if you're on Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're on that PSC Mountain Time and all that kind of stuff, very good luck. You're on your own.
Yeah, on your own time zone.
It's 3 hours after 10.
Right.
Or whatever in between.
So if it come on 10-hour time, if you're in Texas or anywhere behind Georgia, it's going to be...
I think it's 10 out there too.
8 o'clock that time.
Yeah, I think they play at 10 out there too. So, but whatever.
Okay.
No. All right, child girl, bye. I'm gone.